Hello everyone. I am Professor Balram Tamrakar, Assistant Professor at EC Department, KIET Group of Institution, Ghaziabad. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss solved examples based on time response analysis as a part 1. Okay, come with the content. In the content, we have solved examples based on time response analysis chapter. So come with the example number first. Okay, in the example number first, we have to obtain the output expression if it is subjected to unit step function. Now look at this particular block diagram. That is the basic block diagram in which we have to find out the output expression, and also we have to find out the overall transfer function of the particular system if it is subjected to unit step function. That means at the input stage, if RT, that is the input function, is UT, that is the unit step function, then its Laplace transform becomes Rs is equal to 1 by S. So first of all, we have to compute C by R, that is the Cs upon Rs. So we have to reduce this one, and after the reduction of this particular block, we have to minimize and simplified this particular block diagram, and after that we have to compute the Cs upon Rs. Okay, now first thing, in this particular diagram we are seeing that the block having 4 and the block having S quantity, this square box, we are seeing that both are in parallel, so both will be add up, and after adding we will get S plus 4. Now this block will configure as S plus 4, reduces by the use of parallel reduction theorem. Clear? So after the reduction we are getting S plus 4, and this will cascade with 1 upon S into S plus 2 block. So in cascaded we will multiply each transfer function, and after that we are getting a feedback path, negative feedback path with the 0.5 value of Hs. So we will get a simplified form for the closed loop control system in which Gs upon 1 plus GSHS. So Gs is the forward part transfer function, that is the S plus 4 into 1 upon S plus 2 into S divided 1 plus 0.5 multiplication with this overall Gs. So after again simplification, we are getting a unity feedback at the bottom. We are seeing that is the unity feedback with the negative sign. Okay, so after reduction of this particular diagram, we will get Cs upon Rs is equal to this quantity, S plus 4 divided S square plus 2.5S plus 2 whole divided 1 plus S plus 4 divided S square plus 2.5S plus 2 into 1. After simplification, we will get S plus 4 divided S square plus 3.5S plus 6. Okay, so what is this? This is Cs upon Rs act as a overall transfer function of the given system. Clear? Now come with the next. That is the reduction of the given block diagram, this one. So how we are reducing? It is explained in the next slide. Look, S plus 4 is the outcome for parallel processing. After that we are getting this rectangular box, and in this particular case the transfer function, overall transfer function for the case of first cascaded S plus 4 with 1 upon S plus 2 into S with the 0.5 is the overall transfer function having a negative feedback with the feedback part transfer function is 0.5. Now after simplifying this particular block, we are getting this one, bottom one. Now apply C upon R. So after that, after simplification, we will get this quantity. Last formula, s plus 4 divided s square plus 3.5s plus 6. Okay, that is the complete reduction for the given block diagram. Now come with the next. Okay, so in this regard, we have computed the overall transfer function for the given block diagram, that is the Cs upon Rs. Now another solution is to find out the output expression when it is subjected to unit step. So we know that Rt is the ut or 1, so its Laplace transform Rs becomes 1 by s. Now cross multiply the output expression Cs is equal to Rs multiplied by this expression. Now put the value of Rs is equal to 1 by s into this relation. Okay, so we are putting Rs is equal to 1 by s in this particular case. So 1 by s into this one. Now we have to find out Ct. So what is the procedure to find out Ct? The best process to find out Ct to apply a inverse Laplace transform, but this is not in the actual format, so we have to convert in a simplified form in the existing format. So the best way is to provide a particular solution. To get the particular solution, we have to apply a partial fraction expansion method. Clear? So in this particular mid one equation, I am applying a partial fraction expansion. That's why this total quantity is equal to k1 by s plus k2s plus k3 divided s square plus 3.5s plus 6. Okay, here I am applying partial fraction expansion. So we have to remember that in this type of questions, the two terms are generally asking. First one is the overall transfer function of the system, and the second one, find out the output expression if it is subjected to unit step or subjected to unit ramp or subjected to unit parabolic or subjected to unit impulse. Okay, so the formula and the procedure, generally the procedure is same, even the functions are different. So take the partial fraction expansion, and after simplifying, after calculating all these parameters, we will get the constant value for k1, k2 and k3. So in this regard, for this particular example, we are getting k1 equal to 2 by 3, k2 equal to minus 2 by 3 and k3 is equal to minus 4 by 3. Now put all the constant value in this particular partial fraction format, and after that we will get Cs is equal to this one, 2 by 3 into 1 by s minus 2 by 3 into s upon this one minus 4 by 3 into 1 upon s square plus 3.5 s plus 6. Okay, so that is the simplified form. Now is it in a inverse Laplace transform format or not? But we are looking that the first function can be easily in a format of inverse form, but the second one is not, third one is not. So we have to simplify it and we have to manage about the existing inverse Laplace transform format. Now come with the next. Look how to get in the existing format of inverse Laplace transform. Look in this particular equation how we are doing and how we are applying an hit and trial method to get its desired format. Look, the first case as it is, we are not changing anyone. In the second case where the quadratic equation is available, also in the third case where the quadratic equation available, we are doing some changes just called a hit and trial method to perform in the existing format. So what we are doing? Plus 1.75 square, adding and subtracting here also. Now if you are seeing that about these terms, simplify this last two terms, 6 minus 1.75 square, then we will get the overall function act as a s plus 1.75 square, that is the a square plus b square plus twice ab, and the last one 1.7571 whole square is available. This is the hit and trial method, and after simplification we are getting this one. Similarly for the last term, so how we are getting? We have to simplify hit and trial method and perform this particular task to arrange in a existing Laplace transform to take its inverse. Clear? Now again look in the second and last term. Here we are adding 1.75 and subtracting also. Why I am doing this? Because in the numerator portion s is available, so s plus a divided s plus a whole square plus b square format is available for the existing Laplace transform. Clear? That's why we are arranging a hit and trial method to perform this task. Similarly, in the last term there are no any term available in the numerator which belongs to s, that is the constant value. So we will get only omega upon s square plus omega square term. That's why here the second term is simplified and the last term is again minus 4 by 3 and so on, this one. Clear? In this particular case we will simplified just like omega. So what about omega? We know that omega upon s plus omega square, s plus a square. So look in the next slide how we are getting. Look, in the last equation we are getting that 1.71, this one act as a omega. So omega divided s plus a whole square plus omega square, that is the part of the e raised to power minus at sin omega t. And the mid portion, how we are getting mid portion? Look, here s plus 1.75 minus 1.75, we are doing hit and trial method, so divide this one. That means s plus say 1.75 divided total denominator section minus 1.75 divided this one. Why this is the plus point? Because here minus 2 by 3 is multiplication with first term, and again minus 2 by 3 multiplication with minus of 1.75. That's why here plus sign. Okay, so I think we are getting up to this point, and after that simplified this form. So the last portion is not simplified. In the next slide, that is simplified into the existing Laplace transform. Clear? Now look into this particular slide how we are doing and how we are simplifying this one. Clear? Okay, now take the inverse Laplace transform. So after that we will get 2 by 3 into ut, but here ut is not available, but in generalized we can write the term ut. Minus 2 by 3 also available, so this is the term minus e raised to power minus at ut cos omega t. Here omega is the 1.71. okay, a is the 1.75. again after simplification we will get minus 0.29 by 3, and after simplification of this one, that means taking the inverse Laplace, so we will get e raised to power minus at sin omega t. Clear? Now come with the next, that is the example number 2. For the given system function, find out the characteristic equations of the system, natural frequency of oscillation, damped frequency of oscillations, damping ratio, peak time, and maximum overshoot. So how we are getting? Okay, now after simplifying this particular block diagram, we will get CS upon RS. Clear? That is the CS upon RS. Okay, as usual we have to calculate it. So we will find out CS upon RS, that is the overall transfer function. Now its characteristic equation is given by put the denominator term just equal to 0. So it becomes s square plus 6s plus 25 is equal to 0. Now after that, find out the value of omega n by comparing with the standard equation. So we will get omega n square is equal to 25. So omega n becomes under root 25, that is a 5 radian per second. After that we are calculating and equating and comparative with the standard characteristics equation. Then after we will get twice zeta omega n, that is equal to 6, the factor of s. Now put the value of omega n, then we will get zeta, that is a 0.6. Omega d is the under root 1 minus zeta square into omega n. So after applying all the values we will get 4 radian per second, that is the omega d. What is omega d? Omega d is the damped frequency of oscillations. Clear? Similarly, we can find out peak time, maximum overshoot, and the time first undershoot occur. Okay. Now the period of this oscillation can be obtained by the use of equation 2 by omega d, that is 1.56 second. Thank you very much for watching this video.